here I have Adobe InDesign open, and I'm going to place the billboard that I was working on in Photoshop in here. So I'm just going to go to File, Place. I'm going to go to my desktop. Let's see. And here's the billboard there. And I'm just going to place that in here. Now, this billboard is the same exact dimensions that the Photoshop file is. So the 16.5 by 4.395. So it's the same exact dimensions that the other file size was. Now, you don't really necessarily have to worry about a bleed on the billboard because the things are so huge, so you don't have to worry about that. So so here's the billboard here in InDesign, and I'm going to go to my layers. I always like to lock my photos and then add a layer for my text. That way nothing moves. So I'm going to just add a layer for my text here. And like I said, I wanted to say small company. Big taste. And I'm going to make, of course, I'm going to make that bigger. I'm not in my right workspace here. I'm going to go Window, Workspace, Essentials Classic is what I like to use to make sure I can see all of my, dials and things here. So I'm going to go here to my text. I'm going to get my text. I believe I'm using Georgia for this company as the actual font. So I'm going to use that. And I'm going to select this, and I'm going to make this huge. Okay. Okay. And then, of course, I want to make it white so you can see it. Now, my colors and stuff are red, but I want to make it white because I still have to add the logo. Okay. So, small company, big taste. I think I want that italicized. And let's see. I can make that just a bit smaller. Okay. Small company, big taste. Let's get that, let that fit that to frame. That way I can move that where I want it. Now, if you have your smart guides on, your smart guides is going to get you about, right in the center and stuff. So kind of like what's happening there. Small company, big taste is fine. There, I can add the phone number down at the bottom, and I'm gonna go to my file. I'm gonna go to open here, and my magazine is here on the desktop, and so my folder is. So I want to go over to pull the number from one of these. So let's see. Yeah, let's just get the number down here. Just double click, hit select that. And I'm going back over to my billboard. And of course, I'm already going to know this thing is going to be extra small. All right. So I'm going to make that larger. 60. Well, not that big. So maybe about, let's see how 36 look. The right size. I'm going to pull my text box out so I can, get that number in there. And of course, I'm going to make that white too. I'm going to let the color of the logo do what it needs to do in terms of adding that red and things in there. I'm not going to do that with the text because if you're driving on the road, it's going to make it hard to read. So I don't want anybody running out the road trying to look at this steak. So I don't want that at all. And I think I'm going to put the logo right there. And I may need to move my steak down a little bit you know, to see how that goes. So I think I want to still place that Master Cuisine right there. So I'm gonna go back here to my letterhead, and I can just pull my logo here, copy, go back to my billboard, paste, and I'm gonna put that right here. Make that just a bit bigger. Okay, let's see what we got there. So that's going to be our billboard here, right? So now the whole initial reason I was telling you to do this in InDesign. So when I save this, I'm going to go and save this as I'm going to save this as BillBoard MC. Okay. Make sure I save it in my actual folder here, which will be right here. I'm saving it there, and then I'm going to go to my export. I'm going to go to File, Export, and export it as a PDF. So it's going to automatically do that. I'm going to hit Save. High quality print. I don't change anything, and then I'm going to export that. Now, when I go to my desktop, I'm going to hide this for a second here. When I go to my desktop or to my folder here where my things are, yeah, here it is here. I'm just going to hit a Command I. This allows you to see the size of your document. So I want you to look at the size of this document here. 538 KB. That is like super small. Now, of course, this is a big document in terms of the size, right? Because we just did a huge document. Okay, so we see it's a big document, but and if you go down here, you'll see it's 16, and a half. But this is not going to be the. Let's see. Where is it? Did I hide Photoshop or did I close it? Let's go over here. I think I closed it. So it's not going to be this same 32 megabytes that's going to take up a whole lot of space. So you can still have that and things in there, but when you turning in files, because you're going to have all these files, you're going to be turning in letterheads, you're going to be turning in business cards, you're going to be turning in, these are going to be big for you anyway, these stationary files, so they're going to be huge. When you have them completed and you make them smaller, you want to have something smaller that if somebody say, hey, you got any designs or anything I can look at? And then you say, yeah, I got a company design right here. And you can just throw them a PDF that's maybe a megabyte or 2 megabytes in size. And they can see your whole company work like that. So that's why I'm telling you to put it into InDesign. If it's easier for you to comprehend and you feel better about it in Photoshop, that's fine. But maybe later on down the line, you can kind of make your files smaller using putting them in InDesign, placing them in InDesign, and then making the PDF. See, the Photoshop PDF, I know you say I can make a PDF in Photoshop, but the Photoshop PDF still use the Photoshop's document size, so it'll still be big. So just think about that, here going forward, because that may be an option that you may want to use.